Time to determine who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. The Conference Championship is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
Kate, from an offense, just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Malone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they had that one contained right at the line. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed to his running back. He'll be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
This will be grabbed at the 5. And he can't dig him out from deep on their own side. He's stopped inside the 10. Absolutely crushed that kick, a full 70-yard punt. And the Ravens will take over with a lot of field ahead of them. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Lamar now from the gun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
2nd and 10 now. On the move, headed right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man Rice. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. So on 4th down, out comes Matt Ariza to boot it away. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Out of the gun, Henry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. They put Flowers in motion right. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll bring him down to put an end to this opening quarter. So we're through one here in the AFC title game. 7-0 is our score. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
No, we changed it.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
It's complete to Hopkins. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. The give right side to Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. Another run for Henry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Quick pass, right side, complete. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens pull out in front further, 13-zip. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Now they'll try the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10.
Yellow.
Hand off to the back. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Travis Jones, the man in on that tackle. Only 2 yards, and it brings up second and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down.
Yellow.
From the 32. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Third down, it's Mahomes. That heater's going to fall to the turf. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Another punt coming up. Matt Ariza to do the honors once again. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And the Ravens will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Report. 13.
Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Drew Tranquil with the pick. And the Chiefs bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something to the return.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, yellow, go going. 50, yellow. Hey, yellow, go going. Hey, 57. Watch out.
Here's Mahomes now. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll try and punch it in. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll send him up the middle. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He gets him halfway there with a 3-yard gain. They'll need 3 more on 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now they're left with 4th and goal. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. Up and good from Blankenship. And that'll get him back to 11.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
On the return, here comes Justice Hill. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. It's the Ravens taking over on offense. First down, here's Lamar. Complete Derrick Henry. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 1. Completed to Flowers. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now it's Lamar. He fires one deep down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Jackson's going to throw again. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. And again, it's Jackson. And this is another incompletion.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL where they come down to a play or 2 and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And he drives it skyward, hoping to drop this near the goal line. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That one in the books is a 48-yard punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Back to throw Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
15.
First down throw, Mahomes. Hits his running back. This is ahead for about 5. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Yellow. Yellow, yellow. I on these two. 15.
From the 41. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Completes this one to Gray. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Throwing again, Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Hey, 43. Hero 15.
Back to the air, Mahomes. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Another throw for Mahomes. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And it stays a 2-possession game at an 11-point margin.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
And that's incomplete. With 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Report!
Back to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. Gets this to Bateman. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
From the gun, Jackson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Lamar now from the gun. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Hey, a normal old stop on third down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from them literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Hey, dribble it. Easy. Far side.
To the air, Mahomes. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Hey, color. Yellow. 43. Far side.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Throwing on third and long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Come back.
They'll go. It's Mahomes. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on fourth down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to get this down to the edge of the red zone. Working quickly here. Back to the well again. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on third down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs, against the better defenses in this league.
Hey, 57 color.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Third and 2, Mahomes to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on fourth down and gets them the first.
Hey, 43. 43, 43, 15. Here's
a handoff up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal.
right. Attack, attack. Right side.
They give it to him up the middle. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs start the second half with some needed points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
The Chiefs offense staying on the field. They're going to try for 2. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Wallace with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set. 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. Henry running to the left. And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Connects with Bateman. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Handoff headed right to Henry. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the 1st. Only 1 frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. The Ravens with the lead, hoping to close out a playoff win. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Hey, middle.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. From the gun, here's a handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
From the 18 on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
No, we changed it.
Lamar back to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And this is down all the way to the 3. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, But sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Trying to run with Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a gain of 1 yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. 3rd down. He tries to sneak it, and they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a 1st down. Come on, boys.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They're looking to throw. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 9-point advantage. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Yellow. Martin.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Fits it through the middle. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Connecting on the slant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. He's got it in the red zone. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10.
15.
Again, Mahomes to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone to the line. Another try following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Kate, you just know as a quarterback there's situations where you're going to gain the trust of the play caller or quickly lose it. And when you take back-to-back sacks, you've lost the trust of your coordinator. And now on 3rd down, well, you better do all you can to regain it.
It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it could be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's got Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Henry with the first and still going. Watch the sideline inside the 35. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Fielded at the 7. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31.
Attack, attack! Return!
Back to throw Mahomes. Cut by Hunt. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
Yellow! Yellow! Return!
Here's 2nd and 5. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. The rookie from Georgia has it. And the Ravens put together a wonderful return. Gets him back inside the 40 following the interception. Great team defense here. Got to him right as he was about to let that football fly, Brock. And the hit leads to a pick by their safety.
And an easy pick at that one, Kate. Not taking anything away from who actually intercepted it, but that turnover was all about the guys up front. And one thing I love about today's game and analytics, we got more than just sacks. We get QB pressures, we get QB hits because we've seen the impact they can have, an impact that was felt right there with that INT. Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And they'll raise that Lamar Hunt trophy high as champions of the AFC. And that earns them 2 more weeks of football until they head to the Bayou and fight for a Super Bowl. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Kansas City.